Hello students in the Virtual Academy. This lesson is going out to all 3rd through 5th graders that are learning at home this year. So what I would like to do is introduce you to how we are going to complete one of this week's math assignments. So this assignment is called Dog Days of Summer, and it is a logic puzzle. Logic puzzle means that you're going to be given clues and you need to use logic or reasoning in your head. You want to be thinking through clues, and that is going to help you get you to your answer. Okay, so here's our situation. We have Summer Fitzpatrick, and she loves her dog Sunshine. She especially likes to spend extra time with Sunshine during summer vacation when she's home from school. Summer does not watch television every day, but summer vacation is a good time for her to be able to catch up on her favorite shows. Guess what appears in all of her favorite shows? Dogs. So you're going to read each clue, and your job is to figure out when does each dog show up and play on her television. And now on your slide, there's going to be a grid that looks like this. Now the light might be a little bit weird, so let me walk away. Okay, so here you can see a grid, and you see the 5 different TV shows. She watches a dog show that has Odie, Pluto, Scooby-Doo, Snoopy, and Underdog. And then below it, you can see the time availabilities for those shows. So one show goes from 8 to 9. One show goes 8:30 to 9:30. One goes from 10 to 10:30. One goes 4:30 to 5:30. And then one goes 5:30 to 6. So you can see those same times listed for every dog. So what you need to do is figure out, when does the Scooby-Doo TV show play? It's one of these times. When does the Snoopy show play? It's one of these times. However, each show has a different time slot. So we can see there are 5 dogs and there are 5 time slots available. So each dog goes with a different time slot. To help you solve the problem, there are a list of 8 clues. So since you're using logical reasoning, it means you're going to use those clues to help you figure out when does each dog show play. I'm going to walk you through just a couple of the steps so that you can listen and watch how do I reason through the clues to help me figure out when does each dog show play. So we have clue 1, and clue 1 says that Snoopy appears earlier in the day than Pluto. So if Snoopy is earlier in the day than Pluto, are there any time options that I can eliminate for either Snoopy or for Pluto? If Snoopy is earlier than Pluto, then I know that Snoopy cannot have the latest time slot. So to help me figure this out, you can also use the pen feature on Seesaw and start crossing off the times that don't make sense. If you only circle the times that do make sense, it might get a little bit muddled and your clues might start jumbling together in your mind. So I recommend taking each step one by one and then crossing off the things that don't make sense so that your options are more limited and you don't have to look at 5 options for each dog. So again, if Snoopy has to be earlier than Pluto, if I look at the latest time for Snoopy, it says 5:30 to 6. I know that Snoopy cannot be 5:30 to 6 because Snoopy has to be earlier than Pluto. So I'm going to cross it off. So now from my first clue, I only have 4 time options for Snoopy. So then I'll go to my next clue. I've checked off my first clue. Clue 2, Summer almost always eats breakfast sometime between 7:30 and 9:30 a.m. That's just talking about when Summer is eating breakfast, but it doesn't say anything about the dog shows. That clue is a little bit confusing to me. So if you read a clue that's a little bit confusing, just skip ahead and go to the next clue. You can always come back to it. One way I like to keep track of the clues that gave me an answer is you can see on the board, let's see, so the lighting gets a little bit different. After clue 1, I don't know if you can see it, but I put a check mark after clue 1 to show that that clue made sense to me and I figured it out. Clue 2, I'm going to skip. So now I'm going to go to clue 3. Scooby-Doo is never on TV during Summer's breakfast. Oh, okay, now that breakfast clue makes sense to me. If Scooby-Doo is never on when Summer is eating breakfast, and clue 2 tells me that she always eats breakfast between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., what does that tell me about Scooby-Doo's shows? It tells me that Scooby-Doo's shows will never be on between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to take a look at my options, look at Scooby-Doo. Here's a time for Scooby-Doo that says 8 to 9. Since Summer is eating breakfast from 7:30 to 9:30, I know that Scooby-Doo cannot go on from 8 to 9. The next time slot says 8:30 to 9:30. 8:30 to 9:30 is still within the time that Summer will be eating breakfast. So I also know that that time can be eliminated for Scooby-Doo. The next time says 10 o'clock to 10:30. That time is outside of the time that Summer eats breakfast. So I know that that is an option. Same with 4:30 to 5:30 and 5:30 to 6:30. So now I know that the breakfast clue made sense to me. I also know that the Scooby-Doo time, that made sense to me. Let's go through one more clue together before you go to the activity to finish it up. Clue 4 is about Snoopy and Odie. Snoopy and Odie are never seen on a 10 a.m. cartoon show. Oh, if Snoopy and Odie are never on at 10 a.m., I can look and there is a 10 to 10:30 time slot. That means I'm going to cross that off for both Snoopy and Odie. Snoopy is not on at 10, and Odie is not on at 10. Your job now is to reread those first clues and mark your things off on your chart. Then you'll go through all the rest of the clues and circle or highlight the time slot that works for each of the 5 dogs. Once you have your activity completed, you can submit it back to me. Remember, you have 1 full week to complete this activity. So since this is getting sent out on Monday morning at 8 a.m., you have until next Monday morning at 8 a.m. to finish it up. Have a great time.